Hello and welcome back to Across the Gulf Coast. Well, as you can see, we've made it to our Pensacola studios where now we're going to talk about some events taking place in Escambia County coming up here in the next few months. The first one we're going to talk with the Junior League of Pensacola to talk about some of their events. And joining me for that is Megan McCarthy. She is the president-elect for the Junior League. Megan, thank you so much for being my guest today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the league. Let's first talk about the league overall.
Yeah.
What is the mission of the Junior League of Pensacola?
Well, the mission is really women building better communities. Now, you can adjust the different efforts that you make in regard to the needs of the community, but this year is our 60th anniversary.
Wow.
And it's incredible what the Junior League has contributed to in Pensacola over 60 years. We've just essentially been a consistent force of good to whatever we choose to be our focus over the years and being able to adjust to what the community needs. But it's amazing when we look back to the 50s, all the things that the Junior League has been involved in, and sometimes in a very subtle behind the scenes way that you wouldn't necessarily know in that way. But every once in a while, it's nice to kind of brag about all the things that we've gotten to do.
Yeah, let's talk about a few of those. I remember growing up, my mom was in the Junior League. She was, and I want to say it was called the bargain shop or something like that.
Yeah.
We used to go there and get new toys and everything to pick out. So what are some of the programs and some of the events that the Junior League does for the community and for your members?
Well, some people know the Junior League from exactly those really great fundraisers that in turn has funded all of those efforts that we've been able to support. And of course, our cookbooks are very memorable and represent Pensacola in a huge way. Recently, we've really focused on some foster care issues, certainly literacy, traditionally the issues that really evolve around women and children and our families. And most recently, we've really focused on childhood obesity and really trying to bring in nutrition to our families, as that's been a really big need in our community to bring some attention.
And you'll have one around Halloween time, right? Doing a healthy Halloween?
We did. It was at Sacred Heart Hospital, and it's really great to kind of show some of those alternatives to not just having basically a celebration that's focused just around the candy.
Just chocolate.
Right, yeah. And we seem to have more and more of those, and so making sure that the fun really doesn't come from the candy per se, and really just providing different alternatives.
Sure, and some of those different alternatives and healthier eating leads us to one of the first events you have coming up at the end of March. Tell us a little bit about Nutrition 101.
Well, our Nutrition 101 is really, I like to call basically the basics for anyone who has a stomach. And the program that we do is called Kids in the Kitchen. And that's when we go out to different schools, different events in the community. We were just at some 5Ks and things like that. And we basically show kids how they can make easy, healthy snacks. So that if it's after school, instead of reaching for something that they can open a bag or open a box, that we can make cooking fun. And with that, we talk a lot with the parents and different things about how to make sure that there's the right supplies in the house, and again, why it's important in the bigger sense. And some kids will see a vegetable that they've never seen before, and they're not even sure what it is, and they're like, I'm not sure I want to try that. But we try to put it in a way that gets kids to try some new foods and really, really practical things, not, hey, you're going to have 2 hours to make this amazing snack, but we talk about how we rock the lunchbox. And those things really every day add up. I mean, I know you have kids and athletes and all those things. It's really important, but it's not something that we traditionally learn in school anymore. So how would you know about nutrition? And so we're trying to fill that gap in the community. So Everman's has been amazing to host us. So we'll do our Nutrition 101. It's 12 to 1. You come in, again, you can bring the kids. They'll get to do some cool stuff and ask those nutrition questions. Okay,
that's great. I'm glad you mentioned Everman's. They're always so great in this community. So that's
really
great that this is being hosted there. Now, in April, only about 2 weeks after that, you have another event. Tell us a little bit about what you have going on.
It's called Dish It Out, and it's a great foodie event for anyone who likes to cook or eat, and it'd be at Sanders Beach, and it's a Sunday, so if you go to church in the morning or whatever your morning activities are, come and spend the afternoon with us, and you'll get a chance to sample and try a whole bunch of really great foods. And if you want to bring the kids, we'll have the Kids in the Kitchen event there too, where they can kind of do some of that hands-on practical nutrition stuff.
So y'all are very kid-focused. I mean, you've mentioned several of these events are focused on the kids and teaching them those better habits.
Yeah. And it's really about our families and our communities. What's interesting is the Junior League itself has evolved in such a way that really now the the majority of our members are working women. And so we do a lot of leadership. And when we look back, we were even doing leadership about how to teach management in the 70s when it really wasn't even cool on people's radar. So it's interesting now that the face of the Junior League has changed so much, where we have, I'd say, our young members that are 20-nothings just starting out in their career but want to give back to their community and want something that fits with their busy lifestyle where they're also working in the community. And then we have some of our sustainers who have been around since the 50s, up into the 90s. And so we're really this multi-generational organization.
But that's great because they can share life experiences and help the other members. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, we got under a minute. We're just about out of time. But I do want to touch on your website where people can get more information about these events. What is that website?
So we're super easy to find. So really, if you put in Junior League of Pensacola on Google, it's going to pop up. If you are a Facebooker, go put in the same thing, pop in Junior League of Pensacola. Our Facebook page is going to pop up. And if you like it, that's going to keep you informed about everything that we do. If you are interested in becoming a member or have someone in your family or your workforce that would like to become a member, this is our 60th anniversary. I think is going to be our biggest new member class yet. And again, it joins the ranks of an almost 500 woman deep force of good in our community. So we should be very easy to find. Please seek us out.
Absolutely. Well, Megan, thank you so much for being my guest today. Good luck on all of your events this spring.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we'll have you back soon.
Good. That sounds great.
Absolutely. Thank you. Stay with us. When we come back, we'll talk about loving from the inside out.